Hello, friends. My name is Eli Simon, and I'm the Artistic Director of New Swan Shakespeare Festival. On behalf of the entire company of artists and technicians, we're delighted that you've logged on and are joining us tonight for a Midsummer Night's Zoom. Now tonight, we're presenting one half of the play, and it runs about 1 hour. We hope you'll join us afterwards for a Q&A with Julia Lupton. Oh yes, this is a great time to open your bag of M&Ms. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. Oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desire.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow now bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Oh, then we shall stir up the local youth to merriments on Zoom. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth on Zoom. Turn melancholy force to funerals
On Zoom.
The pale companion is not for our pomp.
Theseus, you wooed me with thy sword, and won my love doing me injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. Why interrupted thee our Zoom chat?
Full of vexation, I log on, with complaint about my child, my daughter, Hermia. Zoom forth, Hermia. Zoom forth, Demetrius. Good Theseus, this man hath my consent to marry her. Zoom forth, Lysandra. This one hath bewitched the bosom of my daughter. Thou, Lysandra, thou hast by moonlight at her window sung. With malice hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. Be it so, she will not, my lord, consent here to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Zoomland, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentle man or to her death.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you, your father should be as a god. Demetrius is quite worthy of your hand.
So is Lysandra.
In herself, she is. But in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father look but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth. Examine well your blood.
For if you yield not to your father's choice, you must either die the death or live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon on Zoom. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage.
But earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which, withering on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in a single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere will my virgin patent up unto this gentle man, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause.
And by the next new Zoom, upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity in single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysandra, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysandra, true he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him, and she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his, and, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, all about to his head, made love to Nader's daughter, Helena, and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much. But Demetrius, come, and Aegeus, come, you both shall go with me. As for you, fair Hermia,
Look you, arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will.
or else the law of Zoomland yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, log off now.
With duty and desire we log off.
Oh, now, my love, why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, for either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
or else misgrafted in respect of years,
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged to young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends,
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
or, if there were sympathy in choice, war, death, sickness did lay siege to it, making it swift as a shadow, short as any dream.
Then true lovers have been ever crossed, stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue. From Zoomland is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only child. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. Into that place the sharp Zoomlandian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy Zoom window tomorrow night, and in the wood a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, there I will stay for thee.
My good Lysandra, I swear to thee, by Cupid's strongest bow, by that which knitteth souls and prospers loves, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than women ever spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow, truly, will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Oh, look, here's Helena logging on.
God speed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Sickness is catching. Oh, were favor so. Yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hated me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysandra and myself shall fly this place.
Helen, to you our minds we will reveal. Through Zoomland's windows have we devised to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysandra and myself shall meet, and thence from Zoomland turn away our eyes to seek new friends and strange companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysandra. We must starve our sight from lover's food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helen, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Zoomland, I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. Oh, and for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense, but herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here for this Zoom rehearsal?
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is a scroll of every man's name, which is thought fit through all Zoomland to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on their wedding day at night.
First, good Persequence, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you. And Mary, now good Persequence, call forth the actors by the scroll. Masters, prepare to appear.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the weaver.
Ready? Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover who kills himself, most gallant, for love.
That will require some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I shall move storms. The raging rocks and shimmering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now name the rest of the players.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Persequence.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
Well, what is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, Faith, let me not play a woman. I have the only beard.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Ah, Pyramus, my lover dear, thy Thisbe dear and thy lady dear.
No, you must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Percy Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother.
The mother?
The mother.
The mother.
The mother.
The mother.
The mother. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Hi. Have you the lion's part written? I pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you would do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies that they would shriek. And that were enough to hang us all.
Ooh, yes, he's right. I don't want to.
I will tell you, friends, I shall aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gentle as any sucking dove. I will roar you as 'twere any nightingale.
Who can play no part but Pyramus? For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see on a summer's day, a lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it.
Masters, I'll send you your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow night and meet me in the palace wood a mile without the town. There will we rehearse, for if we meet in the city, we will be dogged with company and our devices know. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we shall rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect. Adieu.
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 Zoom out.
Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, thorough bush, thorough briar, over park, over pale, thorough flood, thorough fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I fly with the fairy queen to do her arms upon the green. Farewell, thou lob of spirits, we'll be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because that she, as her attendant, hath that lovely child stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the child knight of his train to trace the forest wild. But she, perforce, withholds the loved one, crowns it with flowers, and swears to share with none. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen. But they do swear that all their elves, for fear, creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and make inquired, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frights the maidens with their tricks that bear charm, mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm? Those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet Puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck, are not you he?
Thou speakst aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I, a fat and bean-fed horse, beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime for 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bum, down topples she, and whoosh, Taylor cries, and falls into a cough. And then the whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and waxen in their mirth will sneeze and swear. A merrier hour was never wasted there. But zoom, fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here to Tanya, would he that were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? I have forsworn your bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. Why art thou here? But that forsooth Hippolyta, your buzzkin mistress and your warrior love, to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the wind, piping to us in vain, as in revenge have sucked up from the sea contagious fog, which falling in the land have every pelting river made so proud they have overborne their continent. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with him or carol bless. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger washes all the air. And thorough this distemperature, we see the seasons alter. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries. And the mazed world, by their increase, now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evil comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it, then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg that little changeling child to join my forces.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. Its mother was a votress of mine order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full often hath she gossiped by my side, her womb then rich with my young child. But she, being mortal, of that one did die, and for her sake do I rear up her child, and for her sake I will not part with it.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently wait in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that child, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. I'll zoom away. I shall chide downright if I longer stay.
My gentle Puck, appear now. Thou rememberest, we heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, when certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music?
I remember.
It was at this time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. He loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, quenched in the faint beam of the watery moon, yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound. And maidens call it love in idleness, the juice of which
On sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her child to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysandra and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood, and here am I, and wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you?
Mm-hmm.
Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you, I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impede your modesty too much to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company. For you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can it be said that I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee, and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. The dove pursues the griffin. The mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. Bootless speed when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the temple, in the town, in the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius! I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Welcome, wanderer. Hast thou the flower there?
Aye, there it is.
I prithee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where ox lips and the nodding violet grows. There sleeps Titania sometime of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasy. Take thou some of it and seek through this grove. A sweet Zoomlandian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint the eyes, thou shalt know them both by the Zoomian garments they hath on. And look thou meet ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
and a fairy song. Sing me now to sleep, then to your offices, and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, sing in our sweet lullaby. Lula, lula, lullaby. Lula, lula, lullaby. Never harm, nor spell, nor charm, come our lovely lady nigh. So good night with lullaby. La, 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 lullaby. Hence away. Now all is well. One aloof, stand sentinel.
What thou seest, when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love, take. Love and languish for his sake, be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair, in thy eye that shall appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Oh, fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak truth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of day.
Be it so, Lysandra. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both, one heart, one bed, two bosoms, and a single trove.
Nay, good Lysandra, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. And by your side no bedroom we deny, and lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysandra riddles very prettily. Not much but sure my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysandra lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous lover and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I. And then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all her rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Zoomlandian found I none, on whose eyes I might affirm these flowers' force in stirring love. Night and silence. Oh, but who is here? Weeds of Zoomland they do wear. And here another sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid. Sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake, I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, no. I am as ugly as a bear. For beasts that meet me run away for fear. Therefore no marvel, though Demetrius do, as a monster, fly my presence thus. But who is here? Lysandra. On the ground? Dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysandra, if you live, good friend, awake. Awake!
And run through fire, I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysandra, say not so. What, though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Well, who will not change a raven for a dove? My will is by my reason hereby swayed, and reason says, you are the worthier maid.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well, perforce I must confess. I thought you one of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysandra near. For as the heresies that men do leave are hated most by those they did deceive. So thou, my surfeit, and my heresy, of all be hated but the most of me. And all my powers address your love and might to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysandra. Help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay, me. For pity. What a dream was here. Lysandra, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysandra. What, removed? Lysandra. Love. What, out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word. Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I well perceive you all not nigh. Either death or you, I'll find immediately.
We all met. Are we all met?
Present.
Yo.
Pat, and oh, here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we shall do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Percy Quince.
What sayst thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword and kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By our Lakin, a parlous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better part, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom, the weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we shall have such a prologue.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
Oh, I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there's not a more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, saying thus or to the same defect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to tremble, not to fear. My life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men. And there indeed, let him name his name and tell them plainly that he is Snug the joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there is two hard things. That is to bring the moonlight into the chamber, for, you know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it does shine that night.
Why, then, may you leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and let the moon shine in at the casement.
Or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must bring a wall into the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through a chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If it may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoke your speech, exit into that break, and so everyone, according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What a play toward? I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors sweet, so hath thy
Odors.
love.
Odors.
Odors, savors sweet, so hath thy love, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Mary, must you? For you must understand he goes but to see a voice that he heard and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky, juvenile, and eke, most lovely Jew, as true as truest horse that yet would never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus' tomb, man? Why, you must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your parts at once, cues and all. Pyramus! Your cue is past, it's never tire.
Oh.
As true as truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I were fair Thisbe, I were
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! We are hunted. Pray, masters, fly, masters! Help!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around, through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound, a hog, a headless bear, sometime a fire, and neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Why do they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed.
What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom.
Bless thee!
Thou art translated!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place, do what they will. I will walk up and down here, and I shall sing, that they shall hear that I am not afraid. The finch, the sparrow, and the lark. The plain song cuckoo gray.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
Whose note full many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. My ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtue's force, perforce, doth move me on first view to say, swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so, neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I had enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flower doth sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, moat, and mustard seed.
Ready.
And I.
And I.
And I. Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail.
Hail.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peas blossom.
Oh, I pray you commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peas Cod, your father. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Peas Blossom. Your name, I beseech you, sir.
Mustard Seed.
Oh, good, Master Mustard Seed. I know your patience well. I promise you your kindred hath made my eyes water ere now. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Monsieur Mustard Seed. Your name, good sir?
Moat has arrived.
Moat has arrived.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue. Bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. Then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. How now, mad spirit? What night rule about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love, near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour. A crew of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Zoomlandian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick-skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at this advantage take, and act his knoll. I fix it on his head. Anon, his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. So, at his sight, away his fellows fly, and at our stamp, here o'er and o'er one falls. He murder cries, and help from Zoomland calls. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated, when, in this moment, it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Zoomlandian's eyes with the love juice as I did bid thee do?
I took them sleeping, that is finished too, as they did lie together side by side, that when they waked, of force she must be I.
Ooh, stand close. Shh, these are the same lovers from Zoomland.
This is the one, but not this the other.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysandra in her sleep, being horseshoes and blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as she to me. Would she have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? It cannot be, but thou hast murdered her. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysandra? Where is she? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give her me?
I had rather give her carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog, out, cur. Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain her then? Henceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, once tell true even for my sake.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysandra's blood, nor is she dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that she is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether she be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain, so sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. For debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which now in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. About the wood, go, swifter than the wind, and Helena of Zoomland look thou find. All fancy sick is she, pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here, I'll charm his eyes 'gainst she do appear.
I go. Look how I go, swifter than arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of a fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageants see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to wake.
Then will two at once woo one. That must needs be sport alone, and those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You advance your cunning more and more. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Your vows to her and me put in two scales will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind. Now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess nymph, perfect, divine, to what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show thy lips, those kissing cherries, tempting grow. When thou hold'st up thy hand, oh, let me kiss this impress of pure light, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite. Oh, hell. I see you were all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do, but must join in souls to mock me too? You both are rivals, and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a valiant enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
Are unkind, Demetrius, be not so. For you love Hermia, this you know, I know. And here with all goodwill, with all my heart and Hermia's love, I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love, and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysandra, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My love to her but as guest-wise sojourned, and now to Helen is at home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide it dear. Look, where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Thou art not by mine eye, Lysandra, found. Mine ear, I think, it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should she stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysandra from my side?
Lysandra's love, that would not let her bide. Oh, fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery O's in eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, is all forgot? And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with them in scorning your poor friend? 'Tis not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I, may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysandra, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and make your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess,
Goddess.
nymph,
Nymph.
divine and rare,
Divine and rare.
precious celestial?
Precious celestial.
Celestial.
Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysandra deny your love, so rich within her soul, and tender me forsooth affection, but by your setting on, by your consent?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do. Persever counterfeit sad looks? Make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other? Hold the sweet jest up. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Oh, stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
We do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life, I do.
I swear I love thee more than she can do.
If thou say so, withdraw, improve it too.
Quick, come.
Lysandra, whereto tends all this?
Oh, hang off, thou cat! Thou bird, vile thing, let loose! I'll shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love? Out, tawny Tartar, out! Out, loathed, meditated potion, hence!
You not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I'll keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What should I hurt her? Strike her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am I not Hermia? Are not you Lysandra? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then you left me, oh the gods forbid, in earnest, shall I say?
I, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt, be certain nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee, and love Helena.
Oh, me. You juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love. What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from her?
Fine faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you.
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with her. And are you grown so high in her esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not strike me. You perhaps may think because she is something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower, hark again.
Oh, good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia, did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that, in love unto Demetrius. I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you. For love, I followed him. And now, so you will let me quiet go, to Zoomland will I bear my folly back and follow you no further.
Why get you gone? Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysandra?
With Demetrius.
Oh, Stay, gentle Helena. I love you.
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again, nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
You gone, you dwarf! You minimus of hindering, not grass made! You bead! You acorn!
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow. Nay, I'll go with thee. Cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed, and know not what to say.
Wow. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I'm Julia Lupton, co-director of UCI's New Swan Shakespeare Center. Let's give a big hand to our amazing actors, artistic team, and Eli Simon, our director. Please stay for our talk back and let us know what you thought about A Midsummer Night's Zoom. So refresh your cold drink and then go to the new YouTube window right on this channel. And we will join you there in about 5 minutes and answer questions that you pose in the live chat. See you soon.